Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fluctus Channel. Operating year-round in cold regions like the Arctic and Antarctic is a critical mission for the U.S. military, demanding exceptional resilience, adaptability, and specialized equipment. These unforgiving environments challenge both personnel and machines in unique and often unpredictable ways. Yet, despite these obstacles, they are of immense strategic importance, not only for national security, but also for scientific research, international cooperation, and the projection of global presence. While operating in these regions might seem like a logistical nightmare, these missions represent far more than just the movement of supplies and equipment. They are a vital part of maintaining military readiness, defending national interests, and ensuring that American forces can respond quickly to crises in even the most isolated and inhospitable parts of the planet. The U.S. military's ongoing commitment to Arctic and Antarctic operations is a testament to its capability to project power and presence anywhere on Earth. In the vast polar expanses, where temperatures can plunge below -60 degrees Fahrenheit and daylight may be absent for weeks, maintaining a consistent operational footprint is not only a matter of preparedness, it is a symbol of human determination and technological innovation. Missions here demand the highest levels of planning, execution, and adaptability. These include carefully landing aircraft on remote, snow-covered airstrips, rapidly unloading supplies, and launching into a wide array of critical tasks, all while enduring biting cold and relentless winds. At the heart of these operations is the LC-130, a specially modified, ski-equipped version of the Lockheed C-130 Hercules. This unique aircraft is tailored specifically for polar missions and flown by the 109th Airlift Wing of the New York Air National Guard. These 10 aircraft are built to thrive in the most brutal of environments. Outfitted with retractable skis and reinforced landing gear, the LC-130 is capable of touching down on icy runways and deep snowfields, where no conventional aircraft could dare attempt a landing. This versatility makes the LC-130 a true lifeline for scientific stations, military outposts, and emergency response missions in the polar regions. It delivers everything from construction materials and food supplies to fuel drums and specialized equipment. In environments where roads do not exist and runways can be wiped out by a snowstorm, the LC-130 becomes indispensable. Its rugged airframe and capacity to carry large payloads allow it to transport not only personnel and gear, but also mobile vehicles essential for ground operations in snow and ice. One such payload is the Snowmobile, an essential asset for mobility across the harsh polar terrain. Snowmobiles are quickly unloaded from the aircraft's cargo ramp upon landing, often amid gusting winds and sub-zero temperatures. In regions where conventional wheeled vehicles, even those equipped with snow tires, fail to gain traction or mobility, snowmobiles become the backbone of operations. These machines allow for rapid transportation of personnel and equipment, reconnaissance missions, and emergency evacuations across frozen landscapes where time is often of the essence. To ensure readiness and safety, military personnel regularly undergo specialized training in snowmobile operation. These exercises simulate real-world conditions, teaching troops how to handle the vehicles in whiteout scenarios, across ice cracks, and over deep snowbanks. The emphasis is on both speed and safety, ensuring that every rider can navigate complex terrain without injury or loss of cargo. Snowmobiles represent far more than simple transport. They are critical links in a logistics chain that keeps remote operations functioning. Another vital vehicle in the Arctic inventory is the Snow Panzer, a specialized tracked vehicle developed for use in extreme cold and deep snow. Unlike wheeled transports, these machines are designed to float over snowdrifts and icy terrain with relative ease. Their wide treads and powerful engines enable them to climb snow-covered hills, break trails through blizzards, and transport heavy equipment and personnel in areas that would otherwise be inaccessible. The Snow Panzer's design is the product of years of research and testing led by the U.S. Army Engineer Research and Development Center. Working through the Cold Regions Research and Engineering Laboratories Mobility Group, engineers conduct rigorous trials of these vehicles in controlled environments that mimic real-world Arctic conditions. These tests not only evaluate vehicle performance, but also help formulate mobility doctrines that influence how entire units operate in extreme climates. But the innovation doesn't stop there. The Mobility Group is actively developing new prototypes tailored to Arctic warfare and logistics. These next-generation vehicles are being designed for increased fuel efficiency, modularity, and enhanced insulation to protect both operators and sensitive equipment. While snowmobiles and tracked vehicles dominate the ground, in the skies above, the U.S. military continues to rely on multi-role aircraft that must also be winter-hardened. One of the key platforms involved in cold-weather air operations is the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, or JLTV. Though not an aircraft itself, the JLTV is often transported by air and plays a critical role in Arctic ground mobility. Developed jointly by the U.S. Army, Marine Corps, and Special Operations Command, the JLTV was designed to address the shortcomings of the older Humvee. While the Humvee served the military well since its introduction in 1985, it was not built with today's asymmetric threats, like roadside bombs or ambushes, in mind. The JLTV improves upon its predecessor by offering better armor, increased payload capacity, and improved off-road performance. These enhancements make it particularly useful for Arctic missions, where ground mobility can determine mission success or failure. The JLTV's ability to handle rough terrain, including ice and snow-covered paths, allows it to be deployed in remote areas after being delivered by air. It provides soldiers with a secure and mobile platform from which to conduct patrols, supply runs, or infrastructure defense operations even under the harshest winter conditions. Cold weather operations aren't exclusive to the polar regions, of course. The U.S. military regularly operates in other cold and snowy environments around the world. One such location is Kalix Air Base in Sweden. Located near the Arctic Circle in the far north of the country, Kalix regularly experiences winter temperatures dipping below -14 degrees Fahrenheit. In such conditions, everything from flight operations to routine maintenance becomes a complex process. In extreme cold weather environments, the F-16 Fighting Falcon requires extensive preparation to remain mission ready. Operating in freezing temperatures presents unique challenges, from preventing ice buildup on critical surfaces to protecting sensitive avionics from moisture damage. Ground crews must conduct specialized de-icing procedures, apply protective coatings, and store the aircraft in heated shelters when possible. Every step is essential to ensuring the F-16 performs safely and reliably in some of the world's harshest climates. This involves spraying the aircraft with specially formulated chemical dicers that remove frost and ice from the wings, fuselage, and control surfaces. Once clean, the aircraft is coated with a protective layer to delay the accumulation of additional ice. This entire process is carried out while the pilot remains in the cockpit, and it must be completed precisely to ensure the aircraft's aerodynamic properties are not compromised during takeoff. Snowfall at Kalix can be relentless, and much of the snow that accumulates overnight must be removed by hand to prevent damage to sensitive systems. Crews work in shifts to clear snow from runways, taxiways, and aircraft surfaces. Engine inlets are covered with insulated pads, while removable equipment is stored indoors to protect it from frost and condensation damage. Further east, at Kunsan Air Base in South Korea, F-16 squadrons contend with a very different set of winter challenges. Although not as extreme as the polar regions, the Korean peninsula experiences freezing temperatures and heavy snow during the winter months. Kunsan's proximity to strategic locations, such as North Korea and China, makes it one of the most important forward deployed bases in the Indo-Pacific region. To maintain readiness, aircraft at Kunsan are housed in heated hangars when not in use. This not only protects them from the elements, but also reduces the need for lengthy cold start procedures. crews must remain vigilant against frost buildup and moisture intrusion, which can affect sensitive electronics and flight controls. Ground crews perform routine inspections and implement weather-specific maintenance protocols to ensure the fighters remain mission-ready at all times. Whether in the Arctic, Antarctic, or other cold weather operational theaters, the U.S. military must constantly adapt to the challenges posed by extreme climates. From aircraft and snow vehicles to shelter systems and clothing, every component must be carefully selected and rigorously tested. The success of these missions depends not just on superior technology, but on the human factor men and women trained to operate effectively in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Through innovation, preparedness, and relentless determination, the U.S. military continues to prove that no environment is too remote, too cold, or too challenging to overcome. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of our new content. See you next time.